What's up everybody, Ben here, back with another video. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of my YouTube channel. I think that's insane. I got into this with no expectations. So yeah, I wanted to make a video about kind of my top tips for what I think it takes to be successful on YouTube. So I actually had a lot more to say about this than I thought, so I'm going to split it up into several parts, probably 2 or 3 parts. We'll go over 4 tips I have today, and we'll do some more in the future here. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button for me. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Got to get all those things out of the way. You know, if you have questions or comments, leave them in the comments section. I love talking to you guys. So yeah, here's kind of what I've learned in a year on YouTube. Let's dive in. I get a lot of questions about, you know, what do I do to be successful on YouTube? How do I, you know, get views? People ask these questions. I'm not sure I have all the right answers, but I wanted to share a couple of things that I've learned in my year of doing YouTube. So, number 1, right, like, really ultimately, you need to figure out what your metric of success is, right? Like, how do we measure success? So, is that subscribers? Is that views? Is that how many people you meet? Is that making money? You need to figure out exactly why you're doing YouTube, right? Like, why are you posting content on YouTube? Why are you making things? What are you trying to get out of it? This comes into setting goals and making sure that those goals are reasonable goals, right? Like, I could say, I want to have 1 million subscribers. Is that reasonable? Probably not, given various factors. So for me, the reason I got into YouTube was kind of as a bit of an experiment and as a creative outlet. So if you don't know, I'm a scientist, so at the end of last year, I was writing my PhD dissertation, and I kind of, while I was writing, I was watching a lot of racing, and I got back into sim racing just kind of as an outlet to clear my mind, help me think, you know, refresh the brain, all those things. And I've been watching YouTube for a long time. It's a platform that I'm pretty familiar with, and I just asked myself, why aren't I doing anything here? You know, I just said, why not? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. So it's been an ongoing kind of hobby and experiment, just, you know, to see, can I do this? Can I make it work? You know, like, does anybody want to watch the things I have to make and say and things like that? And so I started doing that. I focus mainly on sim racing content, obviously, but just cars and games in general, simulation, those kinds of things that interest me. So, you know, you need to think about why you're doing it. What's the purpose for you? Are you just wanting to share videos with friends and family, right? It's a nice way to do that. It's a free platform to host that kind of stuff. That's one option. Are you trying to show off some sort of skill, or, you know, teach people things? Maybe you have knowledge that you would like to share with people. That's a good reason. Are you just trying to meet people? You know, make friends in a community? So one of the things for me is meeting people and sharing what I like and seeing what they like. The real question is then, right, like, are you doing this for money? I think a lot of people think and see that there is money on YouTube, and there is, but not really. If your mindset is, I want to make money on YouTube, I would say maybe reevaluate that. I've never really approached it that way, and to be honest, I haven't made any money on YouTube. I've lost a lot of money. I've spent a lot of money on, you know, equipment, time, games, all these things. So I'm definitely in the hole there, but it's a hobby, right? So like hobbies, you're not expecting to make a profit on them, right? It's more for your personal enjoyment. So if you're thinking about YouTube as a career, I'd recommend against that at first. Like, treat it as a hobby initially, and after a year, see where you're at, just to get a sense of it. If you're really dead set on it, you want to make sure you know what YouTube's monetization policy is. All that stuff is documented. Like, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. You have to have 4,000 hours of video watch time in the past year to be even considered for monetization, right? That's an insane amount of watch time and an insane amount of subscribers, right? Like, that's not just easy. So basically, I put it this way. In 2 or 3 days, maybe let's say a week of working at McDonald's, you'll probably make more than you will in your first year of YouTube. Right? That's 1 week. And that's like 60-hour weeks on YouTube. Right? If you're really dead set on making it a career, you're going to be working 80-hour weeks, and yeah, it's going to be a job. It's not just going on YouTube and playing video games. So probably set your expectations a little bit more reasonable, and you'll have a better time with it, to be honest. I would urge against treating YouTube as a career. I'd say focus somewhere else and keep it as a hobby. All right, so to sum up point 1, right, tip number 1, figure out why you're doing it and set some reasonable goals, and then, evaluate those goals after a set period of time and keep shifting your goals. All right, let's move on to the second point. Okay, tip number 2. Make sure you have the YouTube basics down. I see tons of people out there who are posting videos that don't have a title, right? It's like game capture from GeForce or whatever, and they just throw that up there. Or they don't have a description on their video. They don't have all the back-end items of YouTube set up. That's like your metadata tags and the game set in the YouTube gaming, or the category in YouTube. There's like blogs, autos, and vehicles, gaming. These are all things that you should learn how to set, and I'll try and put in here maybe some video of where you go to set those up. But yeah, make sure you understand the YouTube backend and put a description. Put what the point of the video is, right? Like, put a title on the video. It doesn't even have to be a clickbaity creative title. It could just be purely, this is, my race at here. That's better than nothing, right? But, have some fun with it too. Interesting titles are what draw people in. It's the same with thumbnails, right? Understand how to make a thumbnail and, make something that is eye-catching and continue to work on that, right? Those basics are your first initial point of contact, one, with search engine optimization, so how you get discovered, things like title matter, and then thumbnails, right? That's the first initial view people have of what the work is. So if it's just a random shot of gameplay with no context or anything, it's probably not going to be compelling. Make videos with a purpose. Don't just put something on YouTube to put something on YouTube, right? I know it's hard to think and have reasons for things, but if you want videos to perform well, they really kind of have to have a purpose. Now, you have to determine what that purpose is and what you think a compelling purpose is, right? For me, right, for sim racing, if I just show a random lap in a race, that's not compelling, right? If I am showing a whole race or we're doing a career mode or something, there's bits of downtime in there, but, it's a purpose. We're growing towards something. I like to make educational videos. I think maybe this hopefully is one of them. So the purpose here, right, is to teach you some of the things I've learned in my year on YouTube. Are you showing off something particularly interesting? A bug, a glitch, a great race, a great pass, things like this. Are you sharing your opinion? Figure out a purpose before you make something. Don't just be like, oh, I gamed today, I'm going to throw that up there. It's probably not going to do very well, right? Go in with a set purpose and accomplish that purpose. If something, if it evolves along the way, great. But make sure you start out with a purpose and you'll have better success. Next tip, is don't steal stuff. Okay, I see all the time people will go on YouTube, they will find the biggest video, say it's Forza Horizon or whatever, they will take that video, rip it out of YouTube, and re-upload it. Even if it's watermarked with somebody else's watermark, they'll post somebody else's video and think that it will do well. 1, that's highly unethical. 2, it's probably illegal in some way. 3, you're not going to get any views because they're not just going to come to you, right? Like, views on YouTube have to do with a lot of factors. The size of the subscriber audience, you know, the time the video was posted, all these things. So it's not going to work. Don't steal music either, right? You have to understand how YouTube deals with music. If somebody has created something and they own the copyright to that, they can claim that item, right? They could tell you, no, you cannot use this because you did not get my permission, you didn't license it. They own it, right? Music on YouTube is tricky. There are royalty-free music sites, and YouTube has royalty-free music that you can use. That's what I use when I put music in. But yeah, be careful about that. When you're streaming, put on streamer mode so that no music plays in the background. This really mostly affects you if your content is monetized. They can put a monetization claim on it. Rarely will you get takedown notices unless you're using like copywritten video, like say you clip out a bit of a Formula 1 race and post it. They'll claim it probably. They might even give you a copyright strike, and 3 strikes, your YouTube channel is done. So understand that. When you're making thumbnails, don't steal images. When you're making a video, don't put images in it that are stolen. I'm very cautious about this. It's in your best interest to understand copyright law. This is a growing issue. And basically, right now, it's the Wild West, but in the future, the rules may change. So I'm trying to future-proof myself and be careful about all of these things. Be cautious. It can't hurt, right? Like, to be cautious. It could hurt you a lot more if you steal content and then get docked for it later. YouTube has their own set of guidelines. Make sure you read and understand YouTube's like content guidelines and you know, all their policies and stuff like that, so that your channel doesn't get some sort of content strike against it. They could demonetize your content. They could prevent you from doing things like streaming and things like that. They could prevent you from uploading at all. These are all bad things you don't want to happen to you. So with that also, don't lie on YouTube. Don't make fake content like, oh, working money glitch. When you lie to people, right, you might sucker people in and get views, but I would take 100 videos that have 100 views over one that has 10,000, right? Like, the thing is you want to build a consistent audience that's going to keep coming back, right? That's the ultimate goal here. If you lie to that audience, they go, what a jackass. He lied to me. This doesn't work. This glitch he said is working doesn't work. I can't get unlimited money. They're not going to subscribe to your channel. They're not going to come back, right? So be honest. So yeah, just don't do illegal things. Don't steal stuff. Don't lie. Those are all really easy things to do. Okay, well, there's my first 4 tips. I got quite a few more. I'll try to do it in 1 or 2 more videos, so keep an eye out for those. Hopefully here in the next week I'll get them out. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope this helps at least some initially get some of my thoughts across and help you think about what you're doing on YouTube, and you know, we always can improve. So if you like this video, again, be sure to hit the like button for me, subscribe to the channel for more sim racing and just car content in general, and I'll try to do more of these kind of educational and opinion type things. And if you haven't already hit the notification bell, that'll keep you up to date on all my latest videos. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I wish you all the best. Hope you have great success, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.